Hi YouTube, this is Rose, and I'm exposing this website, and I'll leave the link for you. It's called the Cannibal Club. Whatever a taboo is broken, something could happen, something vitalizing. Henry Miller. Specializing in preparation of human meat, Cannibal Club brings the cutting edge of experimental cuisine to refined palates of LA's culture elite. Our master chefs from around the world for the opportunity to practice their craft free of compromise, of unbounded by convention. You mean morality. Our exclusive clients include noted filmmakers, intellectuals, and celebrities who have embraced the enlightenment ideas of free expression and rationalism. So if you rationalize it, you can do whatever you want. On every night, avant-garde performance artists celebrate literary figures, groundbreaking musicians entertain our guests. Cannibal Club, we celebrate artists' excellence as the nature and inevitable expression of unbridled human spirit. And I'll show you what they mean by some of their events. Satan has his restaurants and he has his music. Now, I don't know how loud this is, but I'm just going to put it, sorry. It doesn't get turned down, but
tomorrow night.
basically it sounds like somebody being tortured. Demanda Galas, famed avant-garde performance artist, composer, keyboardist, and vocalist, has been described as capable of most unnerving vocal terror. Musicologist Susan McClare writes that Galas heralds a new moment in the history of musical representation, focusing on themes of suffering, injustice, and despair. Her works are characterized by visual shrieks, wails reminiscent of glossolalia or tongues. She has collaborated with Led Zeppelin bassist John Paul Jones, why am I not surprised, and her work has appeared in such mainstream films as Natural Born Killers and Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula. This month, Galas is performing at the Cannibal Club on Friday and Saturday nights. So this person is not just anybody. So I say to any officials out there that are going to investigate, they all leave real good clues, and they're easy to find. Okay, so let me show you that they have the cuisine, and I'll leave the link. You can read that later. But here's the staff. Let's meet the folks, huh? Our staff, Elizabeth Blake, proprietor. Elizabeth Blake earned her wings in New York's theater district, working directly under the famed restaurateur Vincent Sardi Jr. She moved to LA in 1997, where she gathered talent and investment capital to open Cannibal Club in 2007. So I guess this place is in LA, and that's a good place for it, I would say. Sophia Lafitte. See, they look like regular people. Well, he don't look too regular. He looks like a vampire. My computer's slow. She'll come through. They look like, look, some lady at the store. Oh my goodness. Sophia Lafitte gained notoriety in culinary circles when she prepared ortolan, an endangered bird that thought to represent the soul of France for the last meal of President Francisco Mitterrand in 1996. Sorry about that. But let's see how they do things for the presidents and the kings and the queens, and really easy to find. Hero Connors, a composer and concept artist. Hero Connors left a teaching position at UC Berkeley in 2000 amid a storm of controversy following a rather graphic political statement he made on issues of nuclear proliferation. All right. Raven Chan. Raven Chan worked with Elizabeth Blake and Vincent Sardi Jr. in New York before traveling to LA with Blake to start Cannibal Club. As service manager, she handles the daunting task of procuring our specialty meats. Oh, it's a daunting task for them. Oh my goodness. I feel like throwing up. This is just too much. So there you can contact them. Where does human flesh, what does it taste like? When prepared by us, unbelievable. Of the meats you are likely to find in stores, pork is the closest match. Where do you get your specialty meat? Okay. Our avenues of procurement vary. Most of the businesses and institutions who supply and us prefer to keep their relationships discreet. I bet they do. On the individual level, bodies are often bequeathed to us. For some, this is a way to supplement life insurance and offset funeral expenses. For others, such as the Cannibal Club member, Gwendolyn Winch, who was served to her friends and relatives at the club in January 2008, being prepared as a meal, and thereby reborn into the bodies of the living. It is an attractive alternative to the traditional practices of burial and cremation. We take considerable care to ensure that our meat is produced legally, ethically, derived from young, healthy bodies. Okay, so here they're telling you they're young, healthy bodies. What young, healthy person said you can eat me when I die? Because they're claiming up here, this is just a load of wow. It just never ceases to amaze me what people will believe. Okay. Isn't cannibalism wrong? Cannibalism, as traditionally practiced, unusually shows respect. And I'm not talking about these folks. I'm sorry, folks. I'm going on into a different tangent there for a second. Cannibalism, as traditionally practiced, usually shows respect to the deceased, who is desired to be reborn into the living or offered as a worthy sacrifice to some deity. See, how does a young person do that? You ever heard of young people going, oh, sacrifice me? It is never our practice to debase or objectively human life. Our arguments against cannibalism are typically grounded in ignorance. Okay, so you're ignorant if you don't accept cannibalism. Cultural prejudice, which means it's just because our culture has not been completely immersed to accept this evil as good. They're getting started here, folks. And the nonsensical spiritual beliefs. Oh boy. These folks are in trouble. Does cannibalism cause disease? Prior disease of the nervous system, such as Kuru, are associated with the consumption of brain tissue, which is not part of our menu. What is your address? I want to visit. Introduce yourself through our contact page, and we will send you information about our membership process. It is necessary for us to operate privately and to vent our members in order to avoid disruption from the less enlightened. So see how these evils work? They gotta make sure that you're going to bow down and submit to what they're saying before you can become, make sure you're not the less enlightened as to not disrupt. the order of their membership. Okay, well, I think that's it. I'm going to leave the link. Thank you for your time. This lady's face never came by, but if you want to see it or do some research on her, you can do that. And I pray that each and every one of you be blessed with God's peace, protection, and grace. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, amen. Thank you. Bye.